What's going on, everybody? Starting this week's vlog on a Friday. Oh man, thank God it's Friday. Out of work, we are here at some storage facility somewhere in Orlando, and we are getting ready to load up jerseys. He got naked. What the heck is even going on? All right. I guess the mission for today is to load up the 3.2 so he could ship it to, where's he going? New York?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Your name's Evan?
Oh, I don't know who that is. Load up the 3.2 motor on the trailer so he can ship it out. And then, we gotta build it. Hope we got tools. And then, yeah, we can get it shipped out. The size of this thing is massive. 3.2, this thing's been for sale for a while. Nobody wanted to buy it. If I had space and, you know, the means for another project right now, I would have definitely, because this I think would go good in the Jetta or a Cabrio. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so we're gonna get this thing loaded up. We have to build the hoist, and then later today or tomorrow morning, I'll be doing brakes on the Mk5 and probably the GTI too. So let's have fun. Built the lift in record time. This is the heaviest lift I've ever. I didn't think they came in this size. Mine is real small. The one that we have is real small. This one's huge. Could probably lift a car with that thing. I even had this. Wait, it's so big. I don't know. Maybe one day. All right. A little while longer. It's about 20 minutes to get this thing on here and strapped down. Should be good. Takes the fasten all. They should strap it a little more. Put the accessories on. Shrink wrap the whole thing. Get it out of here. Ooh, heavy.
Are you want it?
Nah. VR lip. Stick that in the back seat. Was it Christmas time out here? What's going on with that thing? Pulling in, when I was pulling in, I wanted to do something. Maybe you guys can hear it now. I just like the sound of the blow off. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Today is Saturday. The weather feels nice and cool and crisp. And we're back in the garage for another video, another vlog. Today, well, I started it yesterday with the, well, I'll just edit it in. Either way, yesterday we helped Jerzy swap out, pull out his 3.2 and get ready to ship it to somebody who bought it, I believe, I think he's in New York, Pennsylvania. Anyway, doesn't matter. Today, brakes, rear brakes on the Mk5. Let me tell you guys what happened to me this week with the GTI. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I was driving in the left lane on the turnpike, and out of nowhere, just quick, it came up. Debris was in the road. Thank God it wasn't like concrete or like a car part or anything like that. But I did hit something. I have no idea what it was. But GTI got a little bit of damage. You can see here, it cracked the bumper down and put a little dent in it down there. Now this piece was like inside and this piece was outside, so I had to like fold it over so it kind of looks somewhat normal. You can see the damage there, which sucks. This piece, the first lower fairing was hanging and it's pretty much destroyed now. This is what it should look like. It's all just jacked up. So now I have no under engine protection at all, because the first one fell off and the same thing. Hit something in the road and it fell off. So eventually I'm gonna be trying to find either a new bumper or try to get this one fixed. I think I can get it fixed, or probably just find a new bumper. If I can find a new bumper, same color, with the plastics and everything, I'll just swap that on. And it's not big, you can't really tell, but it bothers me that it is damaged.
always rent the brake tool. I haven't had to do the brakes on the Jetta, on the Mark 5, but if it's anything like the Mark 3s and stuff, the rear brakes need to be pressed in and rotated at the same time, if that makes sense. So always rent the tool. When you give it back, to give you your money back. And then we have pads here. So we're gonna do a rear brake swap, pad swap on the Mark 5 because they're getting low. And then off to the dealer for parts for the Jetta, and hopefully oil change on the Mark 6. This one. Let's take out this security lock one first. Jack the car up. I go just enough just to get the tire off the ground. And then proceed to taking off the rest of the wheel bolts. ST suspension coilovers. Still going strong. And these now for, man, 5 years, 4 years? 4 or 5 years, something like that. The real reason why we're here. Brakes. Now, from what I see, the easiest way is gonna be to do this. They put a hard line on there. That doesn't make sense. I'll go about the usual way. Take out this top bolt, try to swing down the caliper, which is going to be difficult because this is a hard line. It's not flexible at all. I might need to take off both bolts for the caliper, pull the whole thing off as one piece. Why would you do that, Volkswagen? Why? 18 mil ratcheting wrench. Don't worry, I already cracked that, so it wasn't loose from before, so don't worry about it. And sometimes when you try to take these bolts out, you have to put another wrench here to stop this from spinning, but these came out fairly easily. Let's see if we can get the top one to work as easy. Two hands worked perfectly. Now sometimes when you do this, if you have an older car, you should probably change. They sell kits that will come with the little bushing here and the other slider bolt here. But these look in pretty good condition. There's not cracking or anything of that nature, so should be good. Time to release the parking brake and get these off. So as expected, everything is mounted to the caliper itself. So once you take the two bolts off, it literally just falls off. So let's get these pads. See, the pads aren't really that low. Not at all, actually, which is weird. It could be the rotor doesn't feel bad either, but she says she was hearing some grinding. It might be coming from the other side, but for now, since we're here, change them both. Time for the new pads. You can see there's a little bit of a height difference, but not much. I mean, they probably could have lasted a little bit longer. Maybe they should have, but since we're already in here and we already bought them, stick them in. In there. Make sure you get that in the groove. Just like that. Make sure. There we go. Perfect, perfect. And obviously, you can't really see the back, so you just want to get back in there. Bottom. Sneak it in. I need to get in there. Stick my head in there. Both pads are in. Both pads are in. Now we have to deal with the caliper. Now, some Volkswagen calipers you can just press them in. Some of them you have to press and rotate at the same time. I'm not 100% sure which one what the Mark 5 wants. So we do have the brake install tool that I rented from AutoZone, which comes complete with everything you need. Bam. Should be everything we need to get the brakes. I think these are for locking in here. There we go. It locks in, and as you turn it, it'll rotate and press at the same time. So this is how you set it up. You take the plate, slide it over the handle and up to the stop. And then you take whatever adapter piece that fits here. And then this will pretty much, once you screw it back, it'll slide in. And as you press and turn, it'll just give force against and push and rotate the rear caliper in. Okay, caliper piston is pushed in. I forgot to film it because I forgot my tripod. Anyway, I did take the top bolt and bolt it back in just for some leverage so that I could hold, I didn't have to hold the caliper and turn at the same time. But once you get it locked in, you just literally just turn it and the whole piston will turn. It'll turn and work its way in. Okay, because on Volkswagens, I believe when you pull the e-brake, it spins. It's a spinning motion, so you have to rotate it back in to get the piston in. So now that the piston is in, as you can see, it fits now. First, I always put some of this. Some people don't like to, and you probably shouldn't, because they say they have noise canceling back pads, but I always put it because you know what? Better to do it the first time than have to deal with squeaky brakes. So always put a little bit of this on the back of the pads. Eats up the vibration, no more squeaking, because the squeaking is just vibration. That's all you need. Front and back. Come on, bro. I'm trying to vlog here. Front and back. Get your caliper in. Try not to get blue goo on it. Just slide it on. Take the bolt back out. Almost do this one-handed. Doing brakes is one of the easiest, unless you have something, a crazy setup, but screw the bolt back in. I think I kicked the other one underneath the GTI. I'm gonna go look for that. Everything back in. Nice and easy. Note, the back nuts are 13 mil. These front ones here are not, I think they're 14. So you gotta get a 14, but something narrow, because I've used 14s in the past and they've gotten stuck in between there somehow. Look at this. Christian has my gloves. I gotta go, and if he comes over today or if I go over there, I gotta pick him up, because this just doesn't work. Both hands already shredded. Barely did any work. If you're a novice at this shouldn't take maybe like an hour or so if you don't know what you're doing. If you do know what you're doing, I mean, I think I've only been on here 20 minutes, if that. And that's with jacking the car up, taking the wheel off. So let's get the other side done, go and seat the brakes, and see if we fixed it. Right, driver's side. These were way worse off. These are probably the ones that were giving the issue. She said they were grinding. Could just be a lot of just buildup. But the rotor still feels smooth. These will probably get changed. I don't know, if we keep the car. They're still good. There's no, from what I feel, there's no scarring or warping or anything like that. So we'll change them out. See how the car does. If the rotors need to get done, then that'll be the next job. New rotors. You'll find kits for these cars on eBay, which I've had good success with actually. Like you'll pay like $150, $160. You get drilled and slotted rotors with new pads, or just the rotors by themselves for a little bit cheaper. So, yep. Let's get these on. All right, new pads in. I'm gonna get ready to press in the piston. Get this side buttoned up, take it for a test drive. I won't bore you guys. Like I said before, this is really, really easy. Fronts are just as easy. I think the hardest part about doing brakes is literally jacking the car up and taking the wheels off. Now time for the test drive and to seat the brakes. Oh my God, this is so short. Car has all the miles, which is fine. 218. I think we got it with one.
I ain't had none of them problems, man. But
100, 103, something like that. Never really had any problems. Nothing major. The steering column lock went out one time, and coils, and when I tried to swap the axle, I kind of messed up one of the seals, so it was leaking tranny fluid. But other than that, no problem in 100K. So let's go seat these brakes. How I like to seat them is preferably go to a spot where there's not much traffic. Out here today is not much. I just did a 20 stop. I'll do a couple of 20s to 0. Firm. All the way to a dead stop. And then next, a 30. Behind me, so I can't really do a stop. I'll take it to my little test track area and do more. I'm gonna call this my little test strip. It says the speed limit is 25, but whatever. 40 roll, firm pressure. Here we go. A lot of stuff sliding around back here. Hope she doesn't get mad. Another 40. Firm pedal pressure to stop. Car feels good. Alright. This part of my day is done. Now on to getting ready. I'll probably wash the Jetta and then take that out to the dealership. I'll see what Christian's doing, if he's done doing what he's doing. Maybe head over there, see what he's doing real quick, and then go, maybe see if he wants to take a cruise up to the dealership.
Perfect.